Hi, back for episode 3.
Take number 75 of this episode, by the way.
Yeah.
Last week we had quite a few rides. Did 4 of them, as a matter of fact. Racked up a total of about 122 miles.
All outdoor miles this last week.
All outdoor. Jackie didn't get any trainer miles. That's okay, because I didn't get any running miles because we rode so much last week. Started out with the Tuesday gravel out of Beatrice, Nebraska, Stone Hollow. That's a very fun ride, pretty quick paced ride. Right now they're a little bit shorter just because of the weather, but we managed to get in 18 on that one, I think. Finished in the dark.
Yep, it was a great ride. We had about, there was like 9 or 10 of us, so it was pretty good
crowd.
Pretty good show up for the first ride. And then Wednesday, we did a Lincoln in-town ride. It was too wet to get into Wilderness, so we skipped the Wilderness Wednesday. And Kevin came out and rode with us. And
Kevin did.
We got about 22 miles in on Wednesday.
Yep, I think we did. Wednesday's normally our Wilderness day, but yeah, like Jackie was saying, it's a little bit too wet. Still a little bit too wet. Kevin did come out. Kevin has assured us. And you guys too.
He said he is riding. He gave us the thumbs up today.
That he is all in for the coast to coast. So you'll see him on that video, and hopefully we will all finish. There are some cutoff times we have to be wary of. So we have to maintain a minimum speed, but we'll talk about that later. Saturday. Go ahead and lead us off with Saturday.
Saturday we did Washington Jefferson, and it was
a Todd ride.
It was a Todd ride.
If you've ever done a Todd Fry ride, you'll know what we're talking about. Roads that are rutted, roads that are dirty, roads that are muddy, roads that aren't really roads. Jackie's poor Salsa, if you saw that video, her newly painted single speed is not pretty after the end of that ride.
It was not. I may have yelled at Todd a couple times as I was riding down those muddy roads, getting my bike all muddy, as he rode by me and was like, "Your bike looks amazing."
We did see
him. And then like a mile later, it was full of mud.
We did see him on one of the muddy sections, so she had her chance to kind of just shove an elbow out there and knock him into the mud, but she did not.
But otherwise, it was a good ride. It was hard for me because it was the first time back on the single speed after probably 3 to 4 months, having Mark paint it. So I didn't have it since before Christmas. Yes. So that was tough.
So if you're looking for a bike painted, I'm sure Mark at Backroads Bicycles would love to have your business.
Yes.
Probably not, but I think he's got several lined up already, but they did a great job on it, and the bike looks amazing.
He did. He did a really good job. I'm very happy with it. It's awesome. I love it. But yeah, so I didn't love it on Saturday as much. It hurt. My legs are very sore. They were very sore.
Some of that was their own fault because somebody doesn't know how to take rest days and did a leg workout 2 days prior to riding. We were originally going to do the 68 miler, but then after being out there and the conditions of the roads, the conditions of Jackie's legs, the consensus of the group, we dropped it down to just a slice, or the 40-mile route. And that was a pretty good choice. I think 40 miles on that day was the right call.
There's probably 5 of us. I mean, we kind of all rode together and we all made that decision together. It was just not my fault. But
nobody was assessing blame. I was just saying that we dropped down from 68 to 44. Our original plan was going to be the 68, but then we did the 44.
Yes, I think we were all feeling it. Maybe not Rob, but
I just go along.
We were all, the rest of us were feeling it. And
get the whip.
It was kind of cold at times. It started out cold and then it got a little warmer, but the wind still was a little chilly. But, it was the first besides Frozen Tongue, it was the first longer gravel ride without any snow on the ground. It
was definitely more difficult than the Frozen Tongue. It was more, while it wasn't a race event, it was more race-like conditions. It was a pretty fast ride, I would say, too. Jackie also got her new Cantu stickers on her wheels, on her Cantu wheels. That's on the video also.
They're very blingy. They're very pretty.
They are very pretty. And we actually did it ourselves right over here on the bar. we have a barrel that we put a towel down on, and we put the wheel on it and apply the stickers ourselves. Well, when I say we, I let Jackie apply the stickers because I did not want to be the one when she notices that they're slightly off or they're not centered or whatever the case may be. I learned things, and I'll just let Jackie do it. I did assist, but
they are on there. They're
on there.
They're not professionally done, but
they look good though. If you check out the video for the Washington Jefferson, when they hit the light and the wheels are kind of spinning, they almost look like that super bike you can get on Zwift, where you can get the rims that light up and like leave a little trail.
The glow bike.
So they're definitely more out there and in your face and noticeable than the purple ones that she replaced. So
yes,
that is good.
Also on Washington Jefferson, we got to meet our number
Trevor.
1 fan.
11-year-old kid from Hanover, Kansas. Him and his dad came out.
Very first gravel ride.
They did Just the Slice also. He borrowed a bike from Mark down at Backroads Bicycles. Actually, Mark at Backroads Bicycles had 2 bikes out there that he was loaning. So he might have had a few words for Todd and his mud roads because they both came back pretty muddy, I'm pretty sure. I know that one of them got sold. The one demo from... brain fart.
Travis.
Who? Travis. Travis bought the Journeyer that he was riding, so Mark didn't have to clean that one up. And I suspect that Trevor also bought that Journeyer that he was riding in like that really cool sage green color, so maybe he didn't have to clean up either bike. But
he did really well.
He did fantastic.
He said he learned how to, he didn't like the mud roads, but his dad said he learned how to hike a bike.
He did. He carried his bike for a little bit through some of those mud sections. 11 years old, 44 miles, a really tough course, kind of colder weather. They both finished. We saw them at the end. They're in the video, so if you want to check that out for what Trevor has to say about his first 40-mile gravel ride, you could do that too.
It's just pretty cool. You don't see very many 11-year-olds wanting to go out and ride bikes with their parents or, even ride bikes that far. So
that's true.
It is really cool to see younger people or kids wanting to ride.
And it's sort of surreal that, we're making these videos and we really don't think about it, but we met William, which is his dad, at Backroads Bike one time. We didn't have any idea who he was, and he came in the shop while we were there and he said, "Oh, it's the infamous Jack and Robbie." Rob and Jackie. Jack and Robbie. That's our new names. That's Jack, I'm Robbie. Anyways, he came into the bike shop and said, "It's the infamous Rob and Jackie." And he went on to tell us how his kid watches every video and how he loves the videos and it's kind of helped to inspire him to get onto the gravel. He said that he wanted his next bike to be a gravel bike, and I think that did happen this weekend. I think that when they demoed that one, I think they probably took it home. But yeah, it's weird to think that people that watch your videos when we're just 2 buffoons sitting here stumbling over our own words, we're Jack and Robbie, that would inspire somebody's child to go out and start riding gravel. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Sunday.
What did we do Sunday? Oh, Sunday we went and pre-rode the Kolache Ride.
Which Jackie's never officially been on. There's been like 5, 6, maybe 7 of them. Never a one has she been on.
No, but now I don't need to do it. I just pre-rode it.
That's true.
I can skip it again.
You do have the miles. So the idea behind the Kolache Ride is Wilbur, Nebraska does a Czech Fest days every first weekend of August, I believe it is, every year. And so we will pick a town. This last couple of years, I think this will be the 3rd year, we're riding out of Plymouth, Nebraska. So you want to pick there I go stumbling again. You don't want to pick a town too far, but you don't want to pick a town too close. So I think it's going to be around, 40 miles? 44 miles. That's a pretty good distance, especially in the heat of August. But this year, again, it's going to be Plymouth. It's been Cortland before. It's been out of Lincoln before. Lincoln was a pretty good stretch. Cortland was about 40-ish too, I think. So we try to switch it up every couple of years, switch the route every year, but to a starting position every couple of years. That ride was much better. Roads were much drier. We didn't run into any mud roads really.
However, the wind was blowing probably 20 mile an hour plus. So
Yes.
we actually chose to start in Wilbur and ride the route backwards. Actually, we rode it the right way. We just started halfway point.
That's true.
So we did that so we'd have the wind in our faces for the first 20 miles, which it was great, but it also was not that fun.
No, it was definitely the tale of two rides. Going out, we probably averaged about 10 or 11 miles an hour, and we picked up about 2 to 3 mile an hour average from Plymouth back to Wilbur. That's how stiff the winds were, and they were there all day. Probably steady 16, 17, and probably gusts up into the mid to upper 20s at least, if not more than that. But it was a tough ride. It was a good ride. Which definitely helped us to up our miles to where we want them to be. So sometimes you got to suffer if you want to get your miles in. This week has kind of been crappy. We had 60 mile an hour winds last night. It snowed. Most of the snow is melted because it got into the 40s, but I think tomorrow's going to be cold. So this week so far we have 0 miles in. But that's okay because we have a longer ride planned for Saturday. It's going to be about 60 miles. And then we're going to also go do a pre-ride of another event that's coming up later this year. And that's going to be roughly 45. So between those two, we should get in at least our 100 that we've been shooting for. Up next on our calendar is
Mid-South.
Mid-South. 2
weeks. Well, a little less than 2 weeks.
It's crazy to think it's 2 weeks out, less than 2 weeks out.
Yeah, but it should be fun. We're taking the camper down, going to go down Thursday. You know, we're going to try to maybe do some of those group rides, hang out and see people, and it should be fun.
Yeah, if you've never been, it's not just a ride, it's like a whole event. The atmosphere, and normally we would go down Friday, and we'd get there Friday evening, and we'd do the ride, and we'd come back Sunday morning. This year, we're going to take off a couple more days. We're heading down Thursday, so we'll be there for some of those pre-rides like Jackie was saying, and just kind of soak in the atmosphere. We also have to give a shout out to Colleen at Vintage Venues. She reached out to us, commented on, she does our Tuesday gravel rides with us, but she reached out to us on the YouTube channel and commented on the 2 videos that we have. And she runs Vintage Venues right there in Beatrice, Nebraska, which is a catering and an event center. And she says she has a bunch of ideas for savory on the bike, before the bike, and after the bike nutrition. Before, during, and after. That's what I meant to say. She has all of those bases covered. She's going to start bringing some samples to the Tuesday night gravel so that everybody who goes to the Tuesday night gravel can give them a try. And we super appreciate it because everything we've ever tried that she has made has been super delicious. So I can't imagine these are going to be any different. So maybe we'll be taking mini pizzas with us. I don't know. We'll find out.
We will probably have to hit her up for some cookies maybe. Maybe she can make us some cookies to take with us.
Not all of our nutrition needs to be savory.
No.
You got to have those sweets
and her
too.
Cookies are so good. So
they are amazing. They were
Thank you, Colleen.
They were in the video for the frozen tongue. If you happen to watch that one, those cookies were made by the same Colleen that we're talking about now.
Yeah. So I think that's pretty much wraps it up for this week.
I think it is a wrap. I have nothing left to say. I've been stumbling over myself the entire time. So let's sign this one off before I say something else stupid.
And if you want to see a video...
Oh yeah, see, now I'm already forgetting. I will link the other video here over Jackie's face if you want to watch the Washington Jefferson that we did last Saturday. Other than that, I think it's a wrap.
Bye.
Bye. Cheers.
One more thing. Hey, Bobby, Flint Hills Gravel, I love this shirt, but I obviously don't know how to do laundry and I mess it up. So it'd be so amazing if you bring back this shirt.
She loved it so much.
Loved it.
She made it tie-dyed.
I did.
But we need a new sweatshirt, Bobby. Bobby. You listen, Bobby?
Please.
Talking to you. How could you resist that face? She messed up your sweatshirt. She needs another one.
Hi.
I feel like we should do something like Bob and Tom? No. Great White North. Do, 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 do. Welcome to our show. But hi works also.
Okay.
Or are you going with last week? See, this is why it gets confusing when you go Sunday through Sunday.
So what, your week starts on Monday?
Sunday.
Redo. Fail. Blooper.
Like our first one we had, and then
God, I think our whole video is half bloopers.